Canada, largest countries of the world, Part 9. Hey there, welcome to I Say Kids, a channel for the kid within all of us who is super curious and super duper excited to know so many things about this beautiful country, Canada. Canada is a country in North America. Its 10 provinces and 3 territories extend from the Atlantic to the Pacific and northward into the Arctic Ocean, covering 9.98 million square kilometers, making it the world's second largest country by total area. However, by land area alone, Canada ranks fourth, the difference being due to it having the world's largest proportion of freshwater lakes. Canada's capital is Ottawa. In 1867, with the union of 3 British North American colonies through Confederation, Canada was formed as a federal dominion of 4 provinces. Canadian Confederation was the process by which 3 British North American provinces, the province of Canada, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick, were united into one federation called the Dominion of Canada on July 1, 1867. The name Canada comes from Iroquoian word Canada, meaning village or settlement. Canada has a vast geography that occupies much of the continent of North America, sharing land borders with the contiguous United States to the south and the US state of Alaska to the northwest. Its southern and western border with the United States, stretching 8,891 kilometers, is the world's longest binational land border. Greenland is to the northeast, and to the southeast, Canada shares a maritime boundary with France's overseas collectivity of Saint Pierre and Miquelon. Canada is home to the world's northernmost settlement, Canadian Forces Station Alert. On the northernmost tip of Ellesmere Island, which lies 817 kilometers from the North Pole. Much of the Canadian Arctic is covered by ice and permafrost. Permafrost is ground that continuously remains below 0 degrees for 2 or more years. Most common in the northern hemisphere, around 15% of the global surface is underlain by permafrost. However, the future of the permafrost is uncertain because the Arctic has been warming at 3 times the global average as a result of climate change in Canada. Canada has the longest coastline in the world, with a total length of 243,042 kilometers. Canada has over 2 million lakes, which is more than any other country, containing much of the world's fresh water. There are also freshwater glaciers in the Canadian Rockies, the Coast Mountains, and the Arctic Cordillera, which contains the northernmost mountain system in the world. The St. Lawrence River is where lowlands host much of Canada's population. It is fed by the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes is a series of large interconnected freshwater lakes in the mid-east region of North America that connects to the Atlantic Ocean via the St. Lawrence River. Lake Superior National Marine Conservation Area is the world's largest freshwater protected area, spanning roughly 10,000 square kilometers of lake bed. It's overlaying freshwater and associated shoreline on 60 square kilometers of islands and mainland. The estuary of St. Lawrence in Quebec, Canada, is the largest estuary in the world. Do you know what an estuary is? Well, it is a partially enclosed coastal body of brackish water with one or more rivers or streams flowing into it, and with a free connection to the open sea. The mixing of seawater and freshwater provides high levels of nutrients, both in the water column and in the sediment, making estuaries among the most productive natural habitats in the world. Also called the Laurentian Plateau, Canadian Shield is a large plateau which occupies around 5 million kilometers square and is drained by rivers flowing into Hudson Bay. It consists of hard rocks at least 1 billion years old. Boreal forest covers much of the shield, with a mix of conifers that provide valuable timber resources. The boreal forest of Canada is considered to be the largest intact forest on Earth, undisturbed by roads, cities, or industry. The Canadian Shield is known for its vast mineral reserves such as emeralds, diamonds, and copper, and is therefore called the Mineral House. The Coast Mountains in British Columbia run from the Lower Fraser River and the Fraser Canyon northwestward, separating the interior plateau from the Pacific Ocean. Its southeastern end is separated from the North Cascades by the Fraser Lowland, where nearly a third of Western Canada's population reside. The coastal flank of the Coast Mountains is characterized by an intense network of fjords and associated islands. The northernmost point of land within the boundaries of Canada is Cape Columbia, Ellesmere Island, Nunavut. The northernmost point on the Canadian mainland is Zenith Point on Boothia Peninsula, Nunavut. The southernmost point is Middle Island in Lake Erie, Ontario. The southernmost point of the Canadian mainland is Point Pelly, Ontario. The highest mountain is Mount Logan, Yukon at 5959 meters. The lowest point is sea level at 0 meters. Canada's longest river is Mckinsey River in the northwest. The river is 4,241 kilometers long. It feeds more than 50,000 lakes. The Canadian Pole of Inaccessibility is allegedly near Jackfish River, Alberta. A pole of inaccessibility with respect to a geographical criteria of inaccessibility marks a location that is the most challenging to reach according to that criteria. Often, it refers to the most distant point from the coastline. Canada's first national park, the very beautiful Banff National Park, established in 1885, spans 6,641 square kilometers of mountainous terrain with many glaciers and ice fields, dense coniferous forest, and alpine landscapes. Know more about this extremely beautiful place in our video national parks. Link given above. Winters can be harsh in many parts of the country, particularly in the interior and the prairie provinces, which experience a continental climate, where daily average temperatures are near 15 degrees Celsius below zero, but can drop below 40 degrees Celsius below zero, with severe wind chills. In non-coastal regions, snow can cover the ground for almost 6 months of the year, while in parts of the north, snow can persist year-round. Population of Canada is over 38 million people. Its population density at 3.7 inhabitants per square kilometer is among the lowest in the world. There's more to Canada than hockey, Tim Hortons, and Maple Leaf. Come on, let's find out. In Canada, the $1 coin is called the loonie and the $2 coin is called the toonie. Interesting names. Canada has one of the longest highways in the world, Trans-Canada Highway, which is nearly 7,604 kilometers. Do you know which one is the longest? Let us know in the comment section below. Hint hint, Canada's neighbors have it. Wasaga Beach, located in Ontario, Canada, is the longest freshwater beach in the world. The town of Wasaga Beach is located on the shores of Georgian Bay at the mouth of Nottawasaga River. It is very interesting to note that an area in Hudson Bay in Canada has less gravity than the rest of the world. The good thing is that you will weigh less here than you would anywhere else in the world. Now let's know why. We know that the gravity is a result of mass. This means that depending on the density of the earth, each place will have varying gravity. During the Ice Age, the entire country of Canada was covered by a huge glacier known as Laurentide ice sheet. This particular glacier was so heavy that it squeezed down on the rocks of this earth and held it there. When the ice finally started melting, the earth bounced back. But it took its own sweet time, which led to the area in Hudson Bay getting a teeny bit messed up. Since the mass of rock decreased, so did gravity. And voila, that's how we got such an irregularity. Della Falls, British Columbia, is the highest waterfall in Canada at 440 meters high. Yonge Street in Ontario is 1,896 kilometers long. It is believed to be the longest street in the world. It originates in Toronto and goes due north to just shy of Lake Simcoe. Canada has 48 national parks and national park reserves, more than 900 national historic sites, and 5 marine conservation areas. Jasper National Park in the Rocky Mountains spans over several vegetation zones. The musk ox has an inner fur layer that is finer than cashmere and can be spun into wool that is much warmer than sheep's wool. It's called kawi and it's very expensive. The Bay of Fundy in eastern Canada has the highest tides in the world. The waves are more than 42 feet high. Located between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, this body of water moves 100 billion tons of water through its tides twice daily. Quebec City has a special feature that makes it unique in Canada. It has walls. First, the French and later the English built up Quebec City's fortifications between the 17th and the 19th centuries. Small towns all over Quebec are responsible for almost 80% of the world's maple syrup production. In 2012, the Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist was national news when someone stole 3,000 tons of maple syrup in Quebec, valued at $18 million. The far north town of Churchill, Manitoba is located in the center of Polar Bear Alley, and polar bears walk freely through the town. Nobody locks their doors to their house or cars in case of a polar bear attack. Some people say that Canada is confused. Being part of the British Commonwealth, Canada is influenced by Britain. But United States as their neighbor, they are a bit confused. So they are influenced by both. Canadians follow speed limits and measure length in meters, but height in feet. They check the temperature outside in Celsius, but they cook in Fahrenheit. They weigh and buy their food by the kilogram, but they weigh themselves in pounds. Sasquatch, also called the Bigfoot, a large, hairy human like creature, is believed by some people to exist in the Western Canada. The national animal of Canada is the beaver. They say that the beaver played a large role in building the nation. The country was built on the fur trade, and the beaver was in high demand for its pelt. So, in exchange for nearly hunting them to extinction, they put them on their nickel as a thank you. With this, we say thank you to all our wonderful viewers. Keep watching I Say Kids and don't forget to like, share, and you are most welcome to subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.